We already have one 10 seed in the Sweet 16. Georgia Tech will try to become another 10 seed to make the regional semifinals. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz, glad to be with you on the previews presented by State Farm. Georgia Tech going up against Ohio State. CBS College Sports' Steve Lappas, CBSSports.com's Gary Parrish. And Steve, let's start with this Evan Turner conversation, because there's a lot of talk after the UCSB game that, look, he wasn't stellar and they still got by the Gauchos without a problem like they were expected to. What happens if he doesn't have a stellar game in this one?
Well, they definitely need him to have a good game in this. Now, he's never been a good shooter. So in terms of perimeter shots, he only made like 18 threes in the entire season. But he makes everybody around him better. And that's why it's hard to make him not play good, because even when he's not scoring, he can do so many other things for you, like set up his other four teammates, because this team plays no bench. Matter of fact, this is going to be one of the easy games for the scorekeeper, because even Georgia Tech doesn't play much of a bench.
They were very rare in getting a seventh man on the floor in the win against UCSB, and that was P.J. Hill. But one of the guys he sets up, that's John Diebler. Gary, aside from Evan Turner, is he the key for Ohio State to making a run to the Final Four?
I think so. If he's making shots, they're in good shape. But it's going to come down to Turner. Look, we saw what Ohio State was when Turner wasn't on the floor this year. 3-3 without him, a Big Ten champion and possible #1 seed, even though they didn't get there with him. He's the biggest deal. They can get by without him in a 116 game, but in this game, though Evan Turner is the best prospect on the floor, Georgia Tech may have more NBA players on their roster, and so this is not one where Evan Turner can not show up and Ohio State can advance.
And more of those are inside, and it starts with Derek Favors, who had a very good game against Oklahoma State. But against Dallas Lauderdale, is he going to be able to dominate again inside?
He can dominate whenever he wants to, and that's the problem with Favors, is that, you know, people have questioned his aggressiveness, if he's got the motor to go. But in terms of a talent perspective, I think I first saw this kid when he was a sophomore in high school, and it's been obvious for a very, very long time that he was a future NBA high-level player. When he's got it going, he's more just naturally gifted than anybody he steps on the court with.
The other thing about Georgia Tech in its win against Oklahoma State, this is one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the nation. They hit 24 of 25. Now, you can't expect that for a second game in a row, but you expect Georgia Tech to win.
I don't expect Georgia Tech to win this game. I think it's going to be tough for them to defend this very perimeter-oriented team. You got Gani Lawal and Derek Favors. They're two really good inside players. The problem is they're going to have to be chasing at least one guy around, because Lauderdale will play inside some, but otherwise they're going to be chasing around. So the matchups are going to be tough on both ends, but I think now the perimeter guy has the advantage when the big guy comes out to guard him.
I'll stay with Ohio State as well. I don't think Turner's going to string bad games. He comes out, plays well, triple-double type numbers, and Ohio State moves to the Sweet 16.
Sunday afternoon on CBS and a March Madness on demand as well. For Steve Lappas and Gary Parrish, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.